Yeah. Red or green, red or green, yeah, yeah, yeah. Red or green, the stock market looks like a scheme. Job numbers being delayed, definitely feels like we being played. Yeah. Nvidia seems to be the king, but they CEO ain't telling it all, it seems. We got tariffs ripping us off, and it definitely seems like we taking a loss. Open AI, run around making deals, but we can't get a feel because everything is concealed. We got AMD going up and up, but we sit with the side eye and wonder if it is a pump. Red or green, red or green, do you see what I mean? Yeah, tourists making prices going up while wages are stuck. Bitcoin is crashing, but no one seems to be asking. Yeah, red or green, yeah, red or green, yeah, red or green. Now we are bull, but when will the market turn you to a bear? Will it snare your savings with its vicious craving, or will continue to pump to make you think there will never be a slump? Is this crash the beginning of the smash, where crypto will be the new form of currency? Because we all in a hurry to get to normalcy. Red or green, red or green, do you know, see what I mean? Yeah, gold, silver, Bitcoin, or the dollar, which one will make you holler? Because in the next 12 months we are sure to see a change in how you get your things. Red or green, yeah, red or green, I hope you now see what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How are you guys doing? I cannot believe that it's less than 2 days away from Christmas. And you know what? It honestly snuck up on me. I am not ready. I'm not ready for the holidays. I am not ready. I'll be the first one to say I'm not ready for the holidays at all. Like, I was like thinking about this weekend, like I got time. I got time. I got time. I got time. And little do I know, I ain't got no time. I don't like crowds. I do not like crowds. I do not feel like sitting in no crowd. I don't feel like fighting for no parking. And I kind of forgot that a little bit. So yeah. So we'll see. Woo child. But what's up, Philly T? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What's up, Detached? Thank you for being here as well. Lady Whistle Down. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Nessa, thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind gesture as well. Appreciate you as always and your support of the program. Listen, I don't think this is going to be a very long live, but let me just go direct and to the point. I was over there on Brianna's today. I told her to leave Lemon alone and all that stuff, and it was cool, copacetic. I told Brianna that she missed me, and she really wishes she was me. Okay. Um. So we were up there, and she's doing things now with her channel for fear of what's up, JLC 87 Productions. How you doing? Good to see you. So she's doing things now where when she sees things on her main channel, she then flips over to her other channel, and she thinks that it runs the risk of getting struck. So after I was on her main channel, I did not go back on over to that other channel that she had, whatever. But let me tell you something. There was a lot that went down. Like her first live was like, okay, the good live with the good people. Okay, or less controversial. Then that second live that happened on over Brianna Reborn or whatever that thing is, that's when all the other people came over there. Let me tell you something. Lemon, you are fooled. You are fooled. Because let me tell you what happened. Diva came over there. Like, there's this thing going on where Lemon, they're saying that if all Lemon has to do is apologize to Diva, and a lot of this stuff that he's going through will be done, right? And I guess Diva made a post saying she had particular pages that she would go to have this peace treaty. One of them was Brianna's Pizarro, ODS, and then Lady Nika, and then somebody else. Okay, but let me tell you what happened while that. Okay, so then after that, after somebody said that, then Diva comes in the live, right? Diva hits the link. People who supposedly are Lemon supporters were going at Diva. So therefore, Diva, now I don't know, this could have all changed within a matter of 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. All of a sudden, then Diva, because of the people going in the chat, in on her in the chat and telling her that she wrong, da 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 da. She then says, "Fuck it, there is no more peace treaty to be considered," and that was like, "Oh shit, Lemon, you are fucked. You are fucked, Lemon, because no, your people." And I feel like there's people who pretend to be on your side, but are really hoping that by going at Diva, knowing that that will provoke her, that they get to see the torment that they want. You know, they play in your face, say, "Oh, I'm doing this in honor and support of Lemon," but send up their plan, knowing that by them going at Diva, that's gonna make her more mad at Lemon, right? So I see that angle that's being played. But Lemon, you are screwed. You have no control over your people. Your people who say they're for you are not really for you. This lady saying that she's gonna do a peace treaty, and your people are going in on her to only aggravate her to not do what maybe asked. And then on top of that, they're like, people are like, "Oh, I don't see Lemon doing a peace treaty." Let me see. Let me tell you something. Unless Diva has some crazy, obscene, unrealistic treaty demands, I see Lemon, which is why this word is becoming so popular, obliging. I don't know. I see Lemon really obliging to her demands. Now, I don't know what her demands are. I don't know what her demands are. What's up, Libra Butterfly? How you doing? I don't know what her demands are, but I do see Lemon obliging to those. Now, if she has some off, and I do see things going maybe a little right, because if she says that she wants demands dealing with other people, then I can see why Lemon may be hesitant to do so. But Lemon, what is your game plan? Because they were talking about, oh, he took down the video. Lemon, if you take down videos, you do not get paid. You do not get compensated. And I think YouTube might not even count those views towards whatever your monetization, and if you are monetized, towards your watch hours. So what are you doing? What is the game plan? What is the game plan? And then they're like, "Oh, Lemon would never sit up there and bend the knee to Diva." Well, what is the game plan? Because I'm not knocking him when I say this, but right now you scared. You scared. You scared. You don't know who you could trust. You know those who are around you don't give a damn about you. And then on top of that, your alleged supporters ain't really supporters. They really using the appearance of being supporters to actually cause more harm, because now they going at Diva. So what is your game plan? Because you are fucked on all ends. You can't go live. I mean, you can go live, but you scared about going live. What you put out there, what you saying, and then who coming at you. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. But then again, it goes back to the fact that you hard headed. You don't listen, and you cause all this. Now I remember when you was going in Diva and whatever, you said something that really got her pissed off, and then you said you ain't never apologized. Now Diva says she going to San Francisco to meet with some people with Google or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. Now, but Lemon, what you about to do? See, I think this moment in time makes things so much clearer for people who were around back in the day. When I did it about face, and I say, I'm not allowing y'all to come on here and say that shit that y'all saying on there. Now y'all know. Well, let me be more direct. Now, Lemon, you see why I did what I did and how I move, right? You now see that. Cause what does Billy Badass get you around here? deleted channels, enemies, and then on top of that, pissing off Mama YouTube. And then I did not realize how extreme your situation was today until today. Because you are fucked. Your fans are going to put on the disguise that they are defending you, they love you, they champion you, and they're gonna mess you up. They're going to mess you up because they're gonna piss that lady off, and that lady is going to try to cause more harm than you can imagine. Well, she like somebody said, she already damn did enough. They already done knocked you out the game twice. So I say all this to say, you need to control your people. You need to control your people, and your people ain't really your people because your people don't really respect you. You like going back to the whole situation with Rodney. Your people ain't your people. Like, I mean, who can you trust? And then on top of that, Ness was mad because you didn't return her call. I don't know what that was all about, but it seemed like Ness reached out to you in good intention and you didn't return the call in time. But let me just say this also. I always have to sit back and say, does Lemon want to create his own demise? That's what I feel. I feel like Lemon wants to create his own demise, but wants to do it on his terms. And that's not the way it works. 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 And I said, like I said last night, a lot of the stuff you can do, you can control, but I think it's now becoming uncontrollable because now if you put your foot down, then your people are not going to be accustomed to it. They're going to get offended. Then on top of that, you may run away or run a chance of pissing them off. And like somebody said over there on Brianna's, I think it may have been Ghetto. Ghetto was like, listen, Lemon, you need to make amends with Diva because that's the one that you need to get off your back, and that's one less enemy you need to worry about. I'm like, damn, that if that ain't the best advice I done heard in the last 24 hours, that's the best advice. Motherfucker, you need to get her off your motherfucking neck because she claiming that she took both of your pages. Nah, we got Ricky Reed saying he took one of your pages. I don't know nothing about that striking shit. I don't engage in that. But nonetheless, they are on your ass. And I am. So you need to tell your people to pipe down. Because what they may be thinking as support and 10 tones down may have you really fucked up in the game. And I can tell, let me tell y'all something. As a content creator, to be on live for so long and then have to private a video or take down a video is one of the most deflating things ever. It's one of the things you don't want to do. And you only do it as a drastic means. So that tells me something drastic happened if you're gonna be on live all them hours and then you're gonna take down a video that you know that you ain't gonna get no count, no watch hours for and no money for. I don't know. What's up, Ron P? What's up, Phenomenal Scorpio? How you doing? Good to see you. Let me see who's here. What's up, the Queen Bee for you? Reacts. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Phenomenal Scorpio. SK, why does Tracy say poop on her channel, but the actual word on lemons? Because she don't give shit about lemons. And let me tell you, I haven't watched Tracy in forever, and I ain't lying. That ain't no mantra of hate. I haven't watched Tracy, and it didn't realize to me. Why she over there? She over there because it's a direct. It's like everybody is eating off of him, and he don't realize it. But he getting disrespected. He getting shitted on. He doing it, but you know what? He gives it out. So you only give out. You only get what you give out. But she's only there because Lemon has propped her up to these new people and all this stuff. Lemon did for her what she couldn't do for herself. Tracy was over there in different areas in the wilderness and in the sea and in the Appalachian Mountains trying to bring people over to her channel too. Because she was saying, all time to be sick, I'm tired, it's boring. But Lemon did for her. Lemon gave her more exposure than she did herself, than she could ever do. Because she don't really care for Lemon. Living Tracy is nothing but a user. She over there mad because they didn't have a birthday cake for her. And she's like, I guess I'm a really, I guess, guys, I'm just a really big kid because at my job they said that they were going to have a birthday cake. And I was really disappointed they didn't have my birthday cake. And I said, guys, where's my birthday cake? And they said they were going to do it on Saturday. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me tell you something. Yo, 55, 7-year-old ass, old ass is going to be excited about a motherfucking birthday cake. Buy your own damn birthday cake. Like, that's just, and then you got the nerve to make a big stink out of it at your job. Not online. She did that shit at her job. I'm like, you are like a big ass baby. You are. What's up, Ron P? Let me see what else y'all saying in the chat. Brian, did you block? Well, I don't know if that is block Mike. Hold on, y'all. Brian, did you block? Oh, block me. Oh, okay. So that's probably a blessing to text. I said, what is this? Okay. Let me see what y'all saying up in the chat. What the hell he says, you did warn Lemon. I did warn. And he was like, oh, you're not being right. You're over. Let him do his thing. I see you sitting on the panel with your twin. I'm surprised that panel didn't collapse when under y'all had to be well over 10,000 pounds just with you two alone. Well, you should have joined us, fat ass. Then we could have collapsed together. We could have been a true family. Focus on You says, it's crazy how you disappeared for 20 minutes and let GX run amok. That's another motherfucker that's using lemon. He was over there, Diva, you didn't mention my channel, Diva. And I'm like, one, you don't let people talk. Two, you think you know everything. So that's immediate disqualification as to why you weren't given no consideration for being the broker of Peace Channel. Because he get on my nerves. You think he know everything. You old as Methuselah, yes, but that don't mean you know everything. He always want to interject and, well, this is why you need to get this herb. Like, just shut up. Sometimes you don't need to talk. It's Janet, damn it, says, how much money will Lemon lose with his big channel being popped? Let me tell you something. Plethora. Because what y'all don't understand is also, while there's still residual revenue. So even though the live was done, it's still people tuning in, commercials watching, people watching or rewatching lives. So he would still get money from that. But he losing out on that because that channel's gone. So and like I said, I mean, I hope he didn't set his life up on that check. I hope he didn't take on debt based on that check. So who knows? He may be in dire straits. And like I said, when you take down a video, especially if you've been online for a long time, that's like wasted time. That's like wasted time. It's like doing a homework assignment and then you got to throw it in the trash because you did it wrong. Who got time for that? You know? I believe he's so sorry, but I do. Leaving Butterfly, that's interesting. You said, I don't think the boy is slow. I think something's just not connected. Because let me tell you something, when he was Avatar Nation, his insight into things and like his interpretation of it was spot on a lot of the time. And I'm just like, that's why I keep saying, y'all keep hearing me saying, do you want this to happen? Are you wanting this to be your demise, but you want the demise to be on your own terms? That's why I keep saying that. So, working for free, I don't know what's going on. All I'm gonna say is, I know sometimes people get tired of giving. And then on top of that, people can get tired of giving to things that they see are not, there's no improvement. Like, we keep tired, everybody, lemon, to watch these people, watch them, watch what they say. Lemon, get you a backup page. Lemon, stop doing Lemon. You have to change your content. Lemon, it's like, oh no, you don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Okay, all right, okay, all right. That's all. Okay. Maybe he is subconsciously trying to fail. You know what? That I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think he is. I don't think it's subconsciously. I think he intentionally trying to fail but on his terms. It's like you want to fail, but you love the money, so you keep trying to delay it. There's something going on because you can't keep doing shit. And then on top of that, people are reaching into your real life, man. Like, which affecting your real family. Like, you have no, like Rodney said, you have to get a 9 to 5, bro. You need to get your 9 to 5 because see, this is the thing that's gonna happen. And I hate to, I don't know. I hope it don't happen. They're gonna start fucking with your family, and your mama is gonna rip your fucking head off. That's the this. That's what I think is gonna get real for him, right? That's when it's gonna get real when they start touching certain aspects of his family, and then he's gonna have to answer for it. And I hope that don't happen. But if you keep being defiant, you keep challenging people who have nothing better to do but to harm and try to hurt you, and then they succeed in that mission, you're going to like wish that you never played with danger. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, they called Ricky Reed's mama, and that boy went crazy. His mom, Ricky Reed mama, was out there cursing Ricky Reed out. Who the fuck is these people? Why the fuck they bother me? What are you doing to cause these people to bother me? Yeah. Learn from the one that you try to idolize. And in case y'all didn't know, Fabe did that. Fabe called Ricky Reed's mama. So limited. Do you want them telling them all the shit that you're doing and all that other stuff and what they think you're doing? Child, I don't know. Right, Ron P.O. Maybe a part-time job with her. Well, shit. Ask the maintenance man, could you get a job or something around there? Or something, picking up, leaves or something. I don't know. Like let's say, Lemon will use anyone for in content, even his mom. I agree. But see, this is the thing, though. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But this is the thing, though. Lemon can get away from all of us, but Lemon can't get away from his mama. Lemon can't get away from all his other family members who are pissed at him that he's sitting up there having his mother go through that or being humiliated at work. So, what's up, Truth to Reason? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. What skills does he have? He's an able body. He can go and do stuff. He can go. I don't know. I don't know what can he do. I don't know. If he has vision issues and he can't do more. But I mean, if you took your ass to Vegas, you definitely capable. No, 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 no. He don't. No, 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 no. Kwani was saying the same thing. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case, y'all. I don't think he. I don't think he. First of all, let me tell you something. I think he don't like me. And what I mean by that, I don't think he would like. He doesn't like the fact that he would have to come and ask me and humble himself enough to the point that he would then have to agree that I was correct, one, and then accept whatever advice I give him. Maybe not even accept it, but have to be open to it. Because what he thought would work, what he thought that he could do better, hasn't materialized and only causing him greater harm. We had a conversation long ago when all this stuff was bubbling up and all them people was over there, let's be honest, and all them were over there sitting side by side with him, holding him down. And he was talking nasty. We had a conversation. I said, Lemon, you gotta be careful what you're doing. You gotta be careful how you talking to people. And what he came back and told me was, oh, that's my character. And I knew then there was no point in trying to even persuade him any further because he in his mind was thinking that he was a character. And when you think you are a character, there's nothing I could do for you because you're thinking that as long as I got this character, then this is not really me and this is just me part of my show. But you don't understand that character is causing you real life issues. And you may be able to turn it on, turn it off, and that may not be you, but that's all we see. Right? So And that's where it was. And that was, I mean, that was pretty much the gist of the conversation. When he said that, there was no other thing of explaining to him, right? Because this is an entertainment application. He that's his character, and that's that. So, SK, do you feel Lemon has stopped drinking, or another play to get, or another, I don't know. I can't really tell you that because one, there's he's dishonest, so he would tell a tale on the simplest thing. And I said, Lemon, did you go have lunch today? Yeah, I cooked me a Mexican pizza with a side of fries. And he didn't do shit. He didn't do nothing like that. What's up, Keena? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So when people are willing to be dishonest about the little things, what can I trust you on about the big thing? Right? But obviously we do know that alcohol is playing a major component in his life and what has got him into this situation that he's in now. Right? So he really is just not that interested when he is by himself. He is not well read about life, politics, pop culture. Other B sectors channels lazy and mature. Well, Precious, like I said yesterday, he was not ready, is not ready for what he wants. He's not. You have to have a certain discipline. Like I would tell you, Brianna ODS, and even you gotta look at Pizarro, even though her ass is not monetized. Lady Nika, somewhat Treasure Lane, uh, EYTC, they look at it as a business. And when you look at it as a business, then everything else falls into play. See, Limit looks at this as a hobby, but wants business results. And that just ain't gonna work that way. You can't walk away from your broadcast on multiple occasions and think it's gonna be okay. Or get mad with people when they look and look for an opportunity. You surround yourselves with people who are trying to sabotage. Those are not the mindsets of people who look at it as a business. So he don't look at it as a business. He looks at it as something that satisfies his other wants, like attention, control, duration of others. That's what I. And people are constantly telling you, "Yo, do this, don't say this, get this person from around you," and you still do it. That don't mean that you want to be the best. I feel that you're a glutton for punishment. You want a slow demise because I don't think he really likes the responsibility, and he really doesn't like the responsibility and what it all takes to really do a broadcast. You know, but then what do I know? Exactly. He does not put in any real work. Staying up all night is not put. No, like I said yesterday, a broadcast is not being live on in your bed for 10 hours. That is not a broadcast. That is not a show. A show is when you have pre-planned ideas, thoughts, then you can have your panel, and then you know how to captivate on those panel moments and stuff like that. Like I said, how deflating is it that you spent 10, 9, 8, 12 hours, 14 hours on a live, and that shit is gone? You can't even do Lemon's greatest hits. You don't have, unless you take it from the StreamYard archive, and the StreamYard archive only goes to some point. You did all the lives, and you can't even do Lemon's greatest hits or the best seasons from Lemon, season one. So, Kena says, want the results of weight loss without putting in the work for weight loss. But child, there's a lot of people out here who ain't doing that. But I know what you mean, Kena. Exactly, he does not put in any real yard. Kena says, well, the people you list have spent years building an audience that will stay with them. But you got to understand, Kena, he got the cheat code. He got a shortcut to where many people on this application want to be. Let's be honest. So to now just throw away all that because you can't, or you don't have the balls, or you don't see it in yourself, or you, child. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But like I said, the lemon that emerged from here is not the same lemon that y'all see today. So I'm not talking about the same person. There was talking about lemon plays drunk sometimes. Anyway, no, I do believe he does play like he's under the influence more than he really is. And then on top of that, he'll come back and use that. I don't even remember. I was drunk as a means to get away with. It's a very manipulative tactic. It's a means of getting away with the crime that he know he committed, but bases it on alcohol, so he don't have to own up to the accountability. So I see that. I see that. All this real life stuff is too overwhelming for him. He better go get a job. Well, yeah. I mean, it's he. That's the thing. I'm like, yo, once they start putting out your mama and shit, that should have been like pull back, about face, diva, 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 diva. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That's where it should have led to, not an act of defiance. What is defiance getting you? You know what I mean? Where you gotta ask them, where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? Where is this going? DVD says the only thing that gets me is people do not like what the man does. What the man does. Why not just let him go about his business and not watch it? No, I don't think it's that DVD. I understand you don't like, but I think when somebody sits up there and tells you they the baddest, they the biggest, you can't mess with me, da, 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 that wakes something up in people. It's like, okay, I'll show you, bitch, and you could. Women don't even have to be talking to these to to these people. But they're like, I'm gonna just show you what you say you not. What you say you are, you not really that. And I think that that's just what kind of galvanized a lot of people. He remembers too much for him to. I agree with you, but it's like I said, it's a manipulative tactic. Viewers if they don't like what he's okay, I read that. Let's see. Choose a reason, get a job, and not tell anybody. It's something going on. It's something going on. That's all I can say. It's something going on. It is sad that he has enemies that he does not know. Well, QI, I said those are the most dangerous ones. Those are the most dangerous ones you don't know. Those who are not hitting links. Those who are not telling you what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, if they ever did it. Those are the most dangerous. Those are the ones you ain't never seen. But that's what I try to tell him. I said, be careful, man. I said, what you saying? You hitting a lot of people with your words. You know. And I say, nobody come on here with no beginning, no middle, no end credits. Nobody come on here with no casting list or nothing. Who y'all just sit there, oh, my show, my show. What the fuck makes your shit a show? Y'all don't put none of the necessary structure that's consistent with uh, identifying something as a show to really say it's a show. Precious says, who brags about how much money they got in the bank? A lot of people, but when you especially ain't got nothing over here, that ain't the thing to do because a lot of people over here money hungry, and you bragging about shit they probably won't even see in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and you just sitting on your ass ain't doing shit. Like this is the wrong audience to do that to. You don't do that to this audience over here unless your ass is giving it out. And when I say giving it out, you're giving it out to the people, not giving it to other content creators. We don't know. That don't resonate well with the people. So, but anyway, they dislike the money that Lemon gets. I don't think they dislike it. I just think they dislike the way he brags about it and makes it as if he's better than them. But he's got to understand those people put that money in his pocket. He didn't come up with no stellar invention and that's got people buying shit. No, their watch hours, them watching, them being a member, them you know Cash App or Super Chat is what that money is. You're shitting on the people who got you that money, and that's the fucked up part about it. If you was some entrepreneur with a, it was a developer or an inventor or something like that, then okay, I say, oh, you don't owe them people nothing. But these people are the ones that put the money in your hands. So for you to talk to them the way you do, that's fucked up. It really is. I wouldn't even brag about money with family. But, oh yeah. I agree because your family ain't money creates enemies. What's up, Victoria? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. SK, when he put on his deceased brother, he didn't have a court date, and he knew he did. You know, phenomenal, and that's the most disgusting thing about it because he cried behind that brother. He got mad at people about talking about the brother, but he himself doesn't even respect the memory of that brother. He himself won't even let his brother rest in peace. He lies about even going to a drive-thru. Oh, my dear brother. Like that itself is so despicable. Despicable. To me, he might not even like you. You might not even like him. Or he didn't even like you. That's why you keep throwing his name around. I think if you truly just like the money, you just take care of it. Oh, well, listen. I agree with you. There are some people who are mega jealous and mega happy that he's going through what he's going through. That trifecta over there, they hate. When you saw the whole thing about when Brianna lost her channel, and she's like, "Oh, I was so close to my comma," and then ODS said, "Well, I got my comma just the other day," and she went off on him. They despise the money. They think all the money should be there. That's why Pizarro's like, oh, y'all women are so male identified because she don't want nobody. She think all the money is hers. So yeah, I agree. Lemon is selfish and uses his supporters for degrading content. Well, yeah, he uses his supporters. He uses anybody. Does he even do members only lives? He has no merch, no backups. So that's what we were talking about yesterday. And that's what Kwani was kind of talking about. Lemon don't know how to get to the bag. Lemon don't know how to get to the bag. Lemon should have. Let's be honest. If you take your ass all the way to fucking Vegas, you know what Sir King would have done? I would have been fuck Ness, fuck Shakim, fuck Lolo, fuck Intrinsic. I'm going to get this money. And what we're going to do a motherfucking meet and greet. And I'm charging, depending on, how I feel about the pockets of my audience, we're charging motherfucking $10 to $20. And no, it will be only a lemon only meet and greet. No, there won't be no other content creators. This will be me and me only. You could find other content creators what? They think they should get part of the proceeds. He didn't even do that. Lemon could have definitely had a private meet and greet. I think that would have been awesome. I think that would have been awesome. And then you know what? If you want to get to the bag even further, Lemon, you should have set up there and got some shirts done, took them on the plane, had 20 shirts done, and then you could have sold them bad boys for $25 a piece. Made money that way. And that would have financed your whole fucking trip and gave you tangible income while you right there in Vegas. That's what I would have done. Instead of eating and sharing food off of people and all that other stuff. Like that's what I would have done. And I'm guarantee you would have had 10 people, casual fans to show up there some way, somehow. Shit, you could have went to the Vegas library or something. Las Vegas library. You could have went down to the police station and met right there in the front lobby or something. You know? But whatever. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not knocking Lemon, but something is going on. Something is not clicking. Something is not right. Like I said, I don't know if that boy got beat up or something and he got mental issues going on or not thinking right. I don't know. But all I know is he fucked because that lady after him, his fans are, well, his support, I don't know what you call them. I don't know if they really support, are antagonizing that lady. They don't want no peace treaty, and Lemon don't know where to move. He taking down lives, which is fucking up his revenue. Because you know, as content creators, you don't get no watch out, don't get no revenue from that. when you sit up there and take the lines out. So what the hell? I guess you're trying to get the cash up. I guess that. You try. I don't know. He can't make t-shirts with that lemon character image he uses. No, I don't. Rob P. It could have been anything. He could have put his. He could have put lemon. That whole thing that he do with his face covering his hand or his hand covering his face. Oh, I'm sorry, my papa, but he could have used that. He could have used that as the printout. I'll be right back for y'all. Hold on. Somebody said my mic is off. Hold on. So I'm back. So if it's popping, I do apologize. All right, so that's what I have to say about that. Okay, so Lemon, you got to figure out things. I don't know. I don't know what trajectory to tell you, Lemon, to go. I really don't. Because one thing I wish you would have just listened. I wish you would have just listened. I wish you would have just listened because you dug yourself a very deep hole that I don't think you can crawl out of. I really don't. Like I think when you were gone and your page was gone, that was the best thing. I think it was because it just allowed the negative narrative regarding you to just go away a little bit. Just go away a little bit. But now you still back at it doing the same shit. Like I said, I just wish you would have listened because at that time when you were just starting out, you still had the likability factor coming from Avatar Nation. You still had that's who I like, Lenny. Oh yeah, he like to pop off and da 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 da. You still had that likability factor. That likability factor is gone. Those that like you now are on some other evil stratosphere shit, or they really want some attention. I wish you would have listened because I don't know. I don't. The only thing I can see working for you, Lemon, is you do an about face. You change your content. You do something that's in compliance with YouTube guidelines and really takes away the power for those who are trying to take you down. But, but, will the audience be there for that? And that's the big question mark. Because the way you're going, you're not going to last. Because you're still going to piss off those people who you can't see, who are trying and who are in the background trying to take you down. And the only thing, I know I'm repeating myself, y'all, the only thing right now is for you to try to disarm them by complying with the YouTube guidelines. But do you have that in you? Do you have that in you? Do you have the ability to change the direction of your show and still maintain? Are you going to allow those who are disruptive personalities and intent on taking you down to hit your link? Or are you going to say, no, you're not welcome? See, everything lies within you, Lemon, but it's whether or not you have the courage to execute. And that's that. And that's your decision. That's what you're going to have to decide. But at the end of the day, I just wish you would have listened. But maybe you don't. Maybe you glad you're doing the way you're doing it. But I know you stressing though. I know you stressing. Roseman says he's come from the best who ever done it on these YouTube streets. That's in my opinion. Right, but it's the same thing though in real life. Right? Michael Jordan is the best basketball player to play their motherfucking game. But can his kids play? Hell no. His son is always up in some damn criminal mess because he either be dealing with drugs or got some other legal problem going on. So while, somebody may be the best to ever do it, that don't necessarily mean that the person coming from under them going to eclipse them and do it any greater. Most time they fail because they take it for fucking granted. I say if anybody, Lemon has a silver spoon in his mouth. Let's be honest. Brianna had to stay in the trenches of TSCC. Pizarro had to hop from panel to channel to channel. Don't forget, she went from Shaw Bradley to then Tracy, then to Brianna. ODS had to bounce from place to place to place, right? So, you know, that adversity that they all went through to get where they are now, Lemon ain't had to do that. And I think he took it for granted. So that's what I say. Mm. He can't take your wise counsel because he thinks he knows everything. Oh, yeah, he thinks he knows everything, but now he sees he doesn't. But then again, Rose, he may still think he does. He still may think he's got this grand master plan that's gonna work out, in that he's gonna flip the switch and everybody gonna be there. No, you can't. You gave the audience something they're accustomed to listening to. So you have to be careful when you flip that switch, because that audience may not be there no more. But now Scorpio, so changing his content would mean him without a panel, and he can't do that. Mm-hmm. The tab says, SK, we were filming together for over 4 years with him, and he just threw us away. Well, right. But that's his loss. That's his loss. That's his loss. That's something that he gonna have to deal with. Oh shit, I had this, I had these people, I had true supporters, and I threw it away for my own selfish dreams and ambition. Let me tell y'all something. If let me just be honest. If Lemon, what he was doing, first of all, I didn't support Lemon content. Everybody's like, well, Sir King not over there. Sir King not. I was in the sky. But I'm like, yo, I can't get behind you talking how you talking to people. I can't get behind that. I don't care who came out of Avatar Nation. I don't care if my moderators came out of Avatar Nation and started channeling. I can't get behind that because I know what's to come, and it ain't good. But if he was to come out of here and did his own version without all that negativity and degradation and disrespect of people, I would be over there. I would actually be somewhat proud, but I can't say that. I can't do that. And then so many people have been hurt in the process because they thought that he was who he said he was. They thought you were kind. They thought you were caring. They thought you were compassionate. And you turned out to be one of the most counter people ever. Mm-mm. Rose Bennett says he needs to start fresh and listen to your. I do think he needs to start fresh. He might need to go to another sector. Now, what will be a good? Now that okay, he's talking about the t-shirt. So let me see. He can't take this. His actions right now don't say that. Mm. He not gonna listen, and I think the reason why he doesn't is because two people are trying, giving advice, but some of them are hard to trust. He needs to learn to separate that faith. I agree, but that's just the DVD. If everybody's trying to give you advice, that shows that they care, and that shows you don't care, and you doing the opposite. See, this is the thing. Be careful of doing that. Be careful of sitting up there ignoring people because people gonna not give a damn. So it's hard to, yeah, but it's also involving a real lifestyle. I mean, motherfucker, you got a motherfucker hit and run on your ass. Like it ain't. Like, let's just be honest. This shit ain't just virtual. You got a hit and run on your ass. You know, that's some real, like, that is the part that's so real about the situation, because it ain't just virtual. He got a real life case going on in his life. And let me just tell you something. I hate to bring it up, but we saw how motherfucking messy people can be with the IHOP situation. That person involved in the IHOP situation, if y'all remember, what did she say? She said, y'all got me up, these people in here thinking that I'm some kind of damn villain, that I'm some kind of damn monster. Because they were so relentless in contacting the authorities and the judge and anybody that had any legal responsibility regarding that case. And all that was what I ain't trying to downplay it, but in the reality it was just a scuffle. But the way and the volume of calls, y'all made it seem that lady was up there a damn serial killer. So I'm just saying, Lemon, this shit is real. You don't know what is being sent to the motherfucking court. And you don't need to create no more enemies. And with your mouth, you create enemy by minute by minute. Even the things you say to women triggers other women. You know? And the way that the court look at it, it's like, damn, if this person got all these people upset with him, he must have done something. Because it's not normal. And the courts don't really understand virtual land, especially if it's not dealing with a virtual situation. And I think you fail to understand the practicality of life. You know, sometimes people, oh no, you just overestimated. You don't think, no, that ain't right. And then you be like, damn, that was right. Hold on, sorry, I said this. I'll deal with that later. So yeah, so that's what I gotta say. So if anything I would tell Lemon, you gotta find a way to fall back. You gotta really go in and really go through your list of people who you think you can trust and who you can't trust. You might have to rebuild some bridges that you burned because of your arrogantness and your damn bold. You know, you're just you think you know it. And I'm not gonna sit up here and pump my chest, but Lemon, I told you this. I told you, and every time I say, "Oh, Sir King, you're a hater. You're jealous," and I'm like, "Nah, I ain't jealous. There ain't nothing to be jealous of. I know what's to come." So that's what I gotta say. What's up, your pleasure 721? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Precious 23 says he had a good run. He just doesn't have a plan B. Well, I told you, Mama YouTube don't let shit go. Mama YouTube, they got rules in place, and that's the really one I was worried about coming to get them was Mama YouTube. I wasn't really worried about nobody else, but some of these other people probably got Mama YouTube attention. You know, YouTube don't want that shit on their platform, especially when you saying that stuff, because YouTube is over here looking at stuff that happened. Excuse me, in real life, and trying to, YouTube has been called, or Google has been called in front of Congress so many times regarding things that happen in real life. You got the situation in Vegas, and you had the situation in New York with that man who went crazy and started cutting up people on the damn subway. And they're like, yo, the videos of this man having concerning behavior was on YouTube. Why didn't anybody flag it? What measures do you have in place to identify this so that the people can get help before it actually happens? So they're not wanting that on there. They don't want nobody with issuing terroristic threats to another person, and then they have their brand into something like, no. Like, so that form of entertainment was not going to be around that long. So that's what I got to say. So listen, all right, for my people who are my supporters, some of y'all been asking what I want for the holiday season. Y'all can go to my community wall, and I posted a couple things. I don't like, like people say, I don't get to celebrate a birthday and all that stuff because I stay true to what is Avatar Nation. So some people like, hey, and this is for my people who are not in the private chat because y'all been more than generous. But some other people wanted to extend their courtesy during the holiday season. Like I said, I cannot believe we are just two. What the hell is she looking at? Sorry, y'all. This is a lady walking down the street, and I'm just like, why are you looking over here? You better start raising your hand. Anyway, um, so what was I saying? Oh, I just can't believe it's like 2 days away. I'm just like, God. It just really came up so quick, y'all. So if y'all want to take a look at that, if you want to send a gesture to make those holiday gifts into reality, feel free to do so. The outside circle crowd, it'll be tremendously appreciated. I did try. I mean, I'm a very reasonable person, so I did try to think of things that were reasonable. But I so would appreciate that if y'all want to be generous during the holiday season. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna head up out of here. This is my commentary regarding the situation. To bring it to a close, I do hope everything works out for Lemon, but I do not want things to work out for him if he don't learn a lesson of life. And one of the worst things, like I said last night, you do not want life to teach you lessons. You want to learn from somebody else's mistakes so that you don't have to go through that. And I don't want Lemon to have things go away and he not learn and then he repeats this shit all over again. If things get better for him, have him learn. No, you can't talk to people, like, especially in this virtual space, because the virtual space, people are sensitive and they take that shit offline. And I feel like he put his family in risk, like just for like stupid shit, you know. But then again, who knows? Some people they don't want to be on this earth no more. And I don't know if he has a vendetta of he's trying to cause his own demise. I don't know. I really don't know. But at the end of the day, all I can say is I told you that this was going to happen. It wasn't out of jealousy. It was out of years of observation, years of analysis, and just years of understanding human relationships, especially virtual. And the last thing I would say, you need to keep those people away from you who are only there for their own exposure to fuck you up. And stop pushing away those who are giving you sound, unbiased advice. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Let me still try to read your comments before I go. My Christmas is already messed up. Well, child, you are here and you are breathing, so you are blessed beyond belief. You know, he's not bigger than the faith. He thinks he is. You know, Lily, you need to sit up here and since you idolize Will Smith, you need to sit up there and DM Will Smith or write Will Smith a message of some shit or get in contact with somebody in the Will Smith camp to understand how he deal with it since you idolize him so much. Because he will not sit up there and condone anything that you currently doing. So, you're welcome, Detached. Detached, I just can't believe it's Christmas already. In less than 48 hours, I just can't believe it. It's just weird to me. It just came up so quick, you know. But I'm gonna enjoy it the most I can. And thank y'all so much for y'all care and support. Y'all have a great holiday as well. I may be back, but I can't promise that because I gotta take things. I might have to go to the grocery store because I don't know what I'm having for Christmas. I don't know what I'm having for Christmas lunch, dinner. I don't know. Breathing and not having anything to eat. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. But you know, God is gonna bless you and you stay strong. Breathing and not having anything to oh by mouth. Okay. Yeah. You know, I wish you the best. I mean, that's a tough one, but you're here and I hope you're not in pain. You know, just positivity would do so much. And I know that's easier said than done. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna play this for Rose Bennett so that you know, her situation gets better and her health is restored. All right.
Jesus is all I need to get by. Jesus is all I need to get by. I need to get by. To get by. In the morning, he's all to get by. I need his all. You and I need to get by.
Well, Diva D, that's a blessing, right? A 17-pound turkey. Oh, child, that's a big turkey. But hopefully you can thaw it in time. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Rose Bennett, keep your heads up. Everybody have a good one. If you, like I said, dollar sign, circle, and crown, please don't subscribe before y'all exit. And if you want to, feel free to take a look at my community wall and see my holiday list. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. See y'all later.